A drink. Yum. Nice coffee. Perfect every time. McDonald's coffee is like at the top.
Yeah.
And then Tim Hortons is just water that someone peed in. Oh, McDonald's takes the win. What's up, guys? I have finally found time to do my Q&A vlog. I wrote down all the questions on my phone, so I'll be reading off that. We're just on our way to pick up Colton's, what is it, KA24?
Yeah.
So, anyway, on to the Q&A. Question number 1. Where did you get your Boss kit for the Stagia, or did it come with it?
You're kidding, right?
No.
For what car?
The Stagia.
The Stagia does not have a Boss kit.
But whatever's on the Stagia, it came with it. We haven't really done anything to it since we traded the Hilux for it. What's the fastest you've ever driven on the street? Mom, don't listen.
The answer to that question.
Well, I mean, it depends, like, their definition. I'm usually a really safe driver. The fastest I've driven has not been in the Sylvia. We were doing some pulls beside the highway. I think I got just over 200. It was just like one straight road beside the highway. It was fun. I like to have my vehicles that I can have fun with, but I'm not a stupid driver. I have a completely clean license. I'm at a point where I can just like wave at cops and then wave back. And everyone's happy. What about you, Colton? What's the fastest you've ever gone?
I don't know. Kilometers an hour? Probably 320.
What vehicle was that in?
My own car.
In the S14?
Yeah.
In the actual Sylvia though, I haven't gone that fast because that's my baby. Probably the fastest I ever drove in that thing was when I was going to visit you.
Yeah, the whole...
And these are all in kilometers an hour, not miles, just so you know.
Yeah.
Alright, is your boyfriend going to get his wheels rebuilt so there's no poke?
No.
No. Keep it pokey. Alright, number 4. What are your plans engine-wise for the S15? I haven't really stuck to a plan yet. This year has been mainly focusing on the looks of the car. Other than that, I got a top mount turbo manifold for it, but like that's not like engine like goals for me. I don't really know what my goal is for it. Probably an RB. I like the sound of an RB. Jackie wants to know why I don't have a Civic. Because Nissan.
Honda suck.
What made you get an S15 and what goals did you have with it? I liked, so for me I liked the S14, but I didn't like the taillights on the S14, but I liked the taillights on the S15. And so I kind of like settled with the front end so that I could have a nice rear end of a car. But I always liked the S chassis. So that's why I went with an S15. And what goals did I have with it? I don't know what they mean by that, but when I was first looking for an S15, I had like, it needed to have coilovers. It needed to have like a few things done to it. I didn't want to be completely stock because I knew not all parts are easy to find for it. Why do you like driving on the right side?
Don't really have a choice. It's the Sylvia.
Yeah, S15s don't come left-hand drive, nor do Stagias, so I don't really have much of a choice for the cars that I like. But once you start driving right-hand drive, you get used to it. I feel like people like over-dramatize driving right-hand drive. It's really, you just gotta be aware of your surroundings like any other driver should be on the road.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's a good garbage truck driver or a mailman.
Yeah, exactly. Why did you name your S15 Sapphire and your Stagia Doris? I named Sapphire because when I first got it, I had my Instagram and it was that purple EK for my old purple Civic. And then I was trying to choose a name for it, and then I was like, you know what, my car is kind of like the sapphire, like the blue sapphire color. Why don't I call it Sapphire, give it a stripper name? And then I thought Doris just suited the Stagia because it's kind of like a old lady wagon. So I named it Doris. I think it suits it pretty well. I think I've done pretty well with my names on the cars.
Yeah.
What big plans do you have for the S15 and Stagia this coming year? You'll have to see for the S15. I've shared a lot of it on it, like 326 power wing.
Big ol' surprise.
Yeah. 326 power wing, some wheels. Can't say what those will be yet. Front bumper. getting it to fit right, like in the fitment perfect, is like my main goal this year. For the Stagea, we just kind of want to get some nice quality wheels for it with some dish. We're not planning on spending a bunch of money on the Stagea as of now, just because it is my winter car. What do you like more, parking or driving? That's from Marcus. I like driving in underground parking lots. There we go.
There you go.
When and how did you and Colton meet? We met on Instagram. I slid into his DMs. I thought the rear rat fans were really weird, so I messaged him asking him what the heck they were and why he had them.
She was cussing hard.
Yeah. That's pretty much how we started talking, and then we came out to Vancouver for a car show. And that's when we actually met. The rest is kind of history. We didn't date till I got an S15. He's a little gold digger.
Right.
What's your favorite part of the S15, and are you going to move to America once it's legal in the US? I like Canada. I like living in Canada right now. I don't really have any plans to move to the US unless if I needed to for some work thing, but plan on staying in Canada. I think my favorite part of the S15 is having 40-year-old guys ask me if it's a Skyline. Like, those 40-year-old men just can't, doesn't process. Next question. Would you ever sell your S15? If so, why? I don't plan on it. It's one of my dream cars. I think, no, I don't think I would. I'd sell the Stagea, but I wouldn't sell the S15. Would you ever think about buying an R34 GTR? Yes, but I would not sell the S15. I would save up and have an R34 and an S15. Colton wants an R34 GTR, yeah. And I think he should do that.
Ultimate goal.
When are you getting new wheels? This month. Do you prefer a welded diff or an LSD? Well, the S15 comes with like an LSD. I've never driven a vehicle with a welded diff, but I already prefer an LSD.
That sucks.
What about you, Colton? LSD?
Yeah, oh yeah. There's a reason they invented differentials.
Yeah.
Right after Citadel.
Which motor is Colton's S14 getting? Follow him on Instagram and then you'll know when he posts that vlog up about the new motor. It's something unique, that's for sure. Is there another S14 with one of those in it?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think there's any other S14 with that motor in it, so it'll definitely be a crazy build. Alright, so we're quickly gonna grab this KA and then I'll resume with the questions. Alright, we finally have the motor in the back. Took a while. Had a solid power nap.
Did you sleep?
Pretty much. Will the S15 be a lot different from last year? Yes, kind of. It'll look a lot cleaner. Would you ever buy an Eclipse or an Evo? I would never buy an Eclipse in my life.
No.
No. I'd never spend my money on them. Are you going to paint your car a different color? No, because then it wouldn't be called Sapphire anymore. It's always going to be a Sapphire blue. Forever and ever. Or else I can't name it Sapphire anymore. And that just wouldn't be the same. What's my favorite flavor of bubble tea? I think Earl Grey, just like milk tea. Colton's is taro.
Yep.
If you ever want to be on my good side, bring bubble tea to a car show. When did you start driving and what was your first car? I started driving when I was 16 and I'm almost 21 now. And my first car was a purple 1998 Honda Civic. And I loved that thing. I loved that thing to death. I didn't name it though. How does it feel to drive one of your dream cars? It feels awesome. The day I got the Sylvia, I was literally driving the thing and crying. I was so happy. It feels wonderful to say the least. What made you fall in love with the car culture? Well, I moved cities when I turned 18 or 19 and I had no friends. So my first friends I ever made was at a Tim Hortons parking lot. And they were into cars. One guy had a Skyline, one guy had a Supra. They brought me to my first car meet that night. And then I kind of just fell in love with cars and yeah. What is your dream JDM car? S15 or an R34 GTR. I don't like Supras. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that one. What's your favorite holiday destination? Well, I've only been to Hawaii and Florida. I think I liked Florida the most. But that's because I went in November and there was no one on the beach because the water was freezing cold, but I liked having the whole beach to myself.
Yeah.
I'd go to Florida again.
I like California too.
I really want to go to California. The last time I was in California, I was 2 years old. So if there's any cool stuff in California as like a good reason to come out there for like a cool car show or something, let me know. And I'll try to make it happen. Is it always cold where you live? 99% of the time. This is my first year in Calgary. I think I've had 2 months so far of sunshine. And I've lived here for 9 months.
Yep.
What other cars were you looking at when you decided to get the S15? I'd say I was kind of looking at S14s. If there was like a really cool S14 that popped up, I would have gotten it, but I wanted an S15. I wasn't really looking at anything else. What car shows are you doing this summer? Any in America? Well, we're doing Driven Calgary, and then probably Driven Edmonton. And then I was thinking maybe Stance Wars, but it depends. So maybe. That'd be like the only America one though, because we don't have like a proper trailer. If you had to buy a Subaru, what Subaru would it be and what mods would you do? Brand new WRX I'd be down for. Nice black one. I'd love that for a daily. And it would be an awesome daily because I would maybe lower it a little bit and put wheels on it. That's about it. Who is your biggest influence for cars? Before I met Colton, probably doing vlogs for Roads Untraveled with Marcus. That was probably like a big thing that got me really into cars. But then seeing Colton's build and everything that he does on different people's vehicles, that's also a big influence. Are you planning to ever do YouTube or vlogging full time? I mean, if it happened, it happens. Not against it. Yeah, if I was like making enough money, I would do it. What would you like to be your next build? R34 GTR, but that's once that's 15 is completely finished. Kanji asks when I'm gonna eat soup off his wing this summer.
Car famous.
Are you more of a cat person or a dog person?
Oh.
I'm a cat person, but he's allergic to cats, so I can't have cats anymore. So I'll settle for a tiny dog. What's your favorite movie? I don't watch many movies. Literally like, say any movie and I probably haven't seen it. I like any comedy movie. And then last question is, what's it like to be a car girl in the car community? I don't know. I'm just one of the boys. Any weird people I kind of just ignore. So don't be weird. Just be normal and I'll be normal. That's pretty much how it is. We're human beings with mutual interests. I mean, it's always nice when you see another girl in the car community, but like, I guess it's because like my first group of friends into cars were guys. And I grew up with only brothers and only guy friends, so I've always just been one of the boys. That's kind of my take on the whole car scene, being a girl. Anyways, that's all the questions. If you have any other questions, comment below, and I'll start making another list of questions for kind of Q&A number 2. But yeah, we are at London Drugs now, so until next time, guys, peace.
Bye.
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 Bye.